Namaskar. Communication is a very important aspect of any relationship. This we all know. It not only has the power to shape the present, it also has a power to create a future. How the future would be is determined by the present. And so, the communication in relationships, the personal ones I'm talking about, they have a great bearing on how it would be. We all know about verbal communication, so not much would be dealt here. We would be concentrating more on the non-verbal one because we have emphasized often that there has to be a heart-to-heart communication. But heart-to-heart communication, for it to happen, there has to be firstly time, and second is a favorable environment wherein the two partners, two people can talk non-verbally. Even just the two people sitting next to each other, say for 1 hour, would be communicating, and I'm sure we would have felt ourselves, would be communicating with each other non-verbally or involuntarily also on many occasions. So how is this happening? This is what needs to be understood. We would have seen an experienced mechanic working, all of us. We take the car to him, he opens the bonnet and just sees the vibration of the engine. Looking at the vibration, he gets an idea about what the environment inside the engine is, and also how harmoniously and in what rhythm are the various working parts, various moving parts, moving and coordinating and cooperating with each other inside. So this is as far as the vehicle is concerned, but the same thing when we look into our own selves, we will find that these vibrations are emitted by us also, and it is these vibrations which are going to tell the other person about the emotion that we are having, the state of mind that we are in. It would also give a clear picture about the rhythm with which various subtle internal aspects are working. That is to say, there is something called antakaran, which is generally composed of the mind, the intellect, and when these two are there, the ego, and when these three are there, the Atman, that is the Chit. So these four, how these four, who is in front, who is taking the dominating, this would be reflected. The rhythm between these four would be coming out in the vibration. This rhythm would also, between these four, would also depend on the environment which is created by the three gunas, that is Rajogun, Sattvagun and tamogun. So these things, these three would determine the environment which is there in the antakaran, and this would let the other person know what is the rhythm inside, rhythm of the emotions and other environmental factors inside. Now when this is happening, the other person is also having his own receptors, sensory nerves and all those things which are there to receive the signals through his uh, through his five senses. He is able to sense what we are vibrating. This reception by the senses shapes the perception of the receiver, and all this is involuntarily. It is happening on its own based on what signals are being received, same are being transmitted through vibrations. And that is how our relationships are being shaped on a daily basis. For example, a man comes back to his home from the office after a very, very tiring day of work. When he comes home, he doesn't have to speak. The wife will come to know. I'm sorry. And having come to know, she would then be without speaking a word. She would also be then vibrating on the same level at which this person is. She cannot be at a different level than what he is. That is how these things are working. On a daily basis, if certain patterns are recurring, that would be making us to either stick to those patterns and forming the tendencies, and the tendencies would then further cement the relationship that we are having now. So therefore, it would be wise for each one of us to understand how the working of this non-verbal involuntary vibration is communicating, and what is it communicating about inside. Thank you.